What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been about a year since I got my Corsa performance exhaust on my 2016 Toyota Tundra Platinum. So I wanted to give you guys kind of a review, what I think of it, and how it's holding up so far after a year. So here's the tip after a year, guys. You see it's pretty good shape, actually. You know, it's not beat up or rusted or anything, even underneath. Holding up really good. I don't know if you can see in there, all the pipes and stuff look good, no rust. Whole truck actually is really clean for no rust. Here, I'll show you the header pipe. You can see on the header pipe, you can see the Corsa exhaust in the factory. Corsa still looks really good after a year. I mean, the truck's, I lift my truck up here, so there's a little rust from a jack, but the truck's pretty clean overall too, underneath. But yeah, the Corsa's in great shape after a year for corrosion and everything. Look at this dude. So I've had the exhaust about a year. Corsa gave me the partial sponsorship. So I got the exhaust under that program. But I really been eyeing the Corsa, you know, even without the program. I was thinking about buying it anyway. They have two kits. So they have a kit that has I think it's a 409 stainless for the piping for like $1,000 or $900. I think you can find it maybe. Then the kit I got is full 304 stainless, muffler pipes, everything, full stainless, and it has a lifetime warranty. The other one has a 10-year warranty. So they offered me the full stainless, 304 stainless under the program with the dual exit tip, which I love. You guys have seen that in the video that I've done on it. I went with chrome instead of black. My truck's a platinum. I still got some chrome accents on it, so I thought, you know, doing chrome would look good. The polished tip would look good. I think black would look good too. I've just always liked chrome tips on my exhaust. Now, if I didn't have a platinum and everything on this truck was either color matched or black, I probably would have went with black, just because that would have been the only chrome piece on the truck. But it's holding up great. It's been through a Missouri winter where they salted the roads quite a bit this year. So there's no corrosion on it, no rust. I showed you guys a video, I think. You know, the exhaust is holding up great. The factory exhaust actually looked really good for being 5 years old when I replaced it. And it's my understanding that Toyota uses full stainless too on their exhaust systems. So the durability there is really good. I really like the stock system, except for that it didn't make, you know, obviously they have noise limits and everything. It didn't make any exhaust notes. And you know, honestly, after seeing the new Tundra come out, the 2022s with the 3.5 twin turbo V6, that's really what pushed me to add an exhaust to this truck and really go out there and try to get my the sponsorship with Corsa, because I feel like the V8s are a dying breed. I think you see that everywhere. The recent news, Dodge is killing off their Hellcats, and they're discontinuing in the Charger and Challenger, and they're discontinuing those for EVs. So I think you're going to see a point in time here in a few years where you're not going to be able to get a V8 anymore. And the sound from the V8s is just something I love. I mean, like my truck compared to the 2022 Tundra, it's slower, it gets worse fuel economy. I mean, it can't tow as well from what I've heard. The new truck's got a better frame, but it just sounds good. Like, you can't get that out of the twin turbo V6. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I really wanted the exhaust. Another reason is I really wanted something that was going to be a really good sound, but then at the same time I could take it on road trips and everything, and not have it be obnoxious. I can say that compared to my last 3 Tundras, that had the first one had a custom, basically straight pipe. The second one had a Gibson Metal Militia. Well, that would have been, actually I messed up, sorry. My first Tundra had like a Flowmaster Super 10. My second Tundra had power stick muffler, which are basically chambered straight pipes, kinda custom done. And then my 2014 Tundra had a Gibson Metal Militia exhaust. The Metal Militia was loud. They all were loud, and that was the thing that I really hated about those. And I know when I was starting a family and I eventually have, you know, babies on the way, I didn't want something that was going to drone and give headaches, and it just got old after a while. I mean, like going up the hill here, I mean, you can hear if you want to. Hopefully you guys can hear that. But if you put it in, like, I mean, if you're just cruising like here in the truck, I can't hear it. So when I was looking for exhaust, that's really what I wanted. I can attest that the Corsa does not drone. Zero drone. I've towed with it. I've just cruised on the highway at different speeds. No drone. Even the factory system had a little bit of drone. I felt like a certain resonance around like 60 to 70 mile an hour, in that range. You get kind of a droney resonance on the factory setup. I can't really hear that, or I haven't noticed it with the Corsa. So that's a plus. And then another thing I wanted to say was, after a year, I have not noticed any power loss. A lot of people online, you know, it's kind of known around the automotive world that when you increase your exhaust diameter too much, you start losing low end torque. So the piping on this is a 3-inch, and the factory Toyota piping is a mixed diameter. I think it's like 2.5, and it changes throughout the exhaust system. So, but I've not noticed any low end torque loss. I want to say it feels a little peppier at the top end, but you know, I don't really drag race my truck on like 34-inch tires or 34.5-inch tires. So I mean, maybe not. I will say, compared to like my Metal Militia exhaust that had the 4-inch tubing on my 2014 Tundra, there were the immediate, and you could notice the low end torque loss. Anytime you would go up any hill, it would downshift. It couldn't hold higher gears really. And then when you took off from a stoplight, it felt kind of sluggish because it didn't have that low end torque anymore. And I really did like the Metal Militia exhaust note, but it did drone. It droned really bad. And that was something that like I said, I really wanted to avoid on the new exhaust that I was getting. And that's why I really narrowed it down to the Corsa exhaust. And when they offered me the ambassadorship, it was a no-brainer. I mean, how can you go wrong with Corsa? So, but yeah, I love the exhaust. I love the noise it makes, the tone. It's the perfect tone.